Nairobi has become a hotspot for global hotel brands seeking entry into the East Africa region. The latest entrant being this luxury 5-star hotel located right in the heart of the city. Elayne Wangalwa spoke to Chender Baljee, the chairman of the Royal Orchid Group of Hotels, on what attracted them to this market.
Thank you so much for taking time to hold this interview. You first opened a hotel in Tanzania last year, and now Kenya. What makes East Africa attractive?
In Africa, there is more demand than supply. So you get a better average room rates we are getting in Africa than you are maybe getting in India. In India, there's a huge supply of hotels in the last few years, and the demand has been stagnant. So I think now Africa is one place where, like I find in Nairobi, the rates of the hotels are very high, and for comparable standard hotels in India. So I think returns could be very high in this place. So that's why I thought Africa, and East Africa being closest to India. So we thought, let's start with East Africa and then look at maybe other cities.
You have seen a surge in investor interest of global hotel chains wanting to set up shop in Kenya. What makes it different from the others?
See, first of all, we are not, except for Tanzania, where we have bought a 40-acre land, beachfront land in Dar es Salaam. So that we are going to do this project with our investment, and it will be an investment of $50 to $60 million to start with. And so we are getting the planning sanctions right now, and hopefully in 3 years' time we should complete the project. It's in a locality called Kigamboni, which is the new city which is coming up adjoining Dar es Salaam. And there's a bridge which is connecting the main city to that, which is getting ready. So we hope to start construction very soon. But otherwise, we're not planning to invest right now in other cities. We're going into the management contract route because we have a very good management setup today in marketing, in terms of various operational management. We run our own school of hotel management. So we have a very good setup in India. So with the result that when we took over the Malaika Beach Resort on Lake Victoria, renamed it Royal Orchid, it's been doing pretty well, and it's a fabulous location.
Despite security challenges in Kenya, you still went ahead and opened a hotel here. What drove you to that?
See, hotel decisions are not taken on short term. We take a long term view. And there is terrorism across the world today, which is unavoidable. There was terrorism in India also. There were terror attacks in Mumbai, and there have been attacks all over the country. And terrorism affects tourism in a large way, but business to very small extent. Because if somebody has to do business in Kenya, he has to come to Nairobi, whether there is terrorist attack or not. Okay, temporarily, there will be a lull. People won't travel for a little while, but they have to come. But Mombasa has been affected because people have alternate destinations to go to. So I think we feel that irrespective of, in Israel also there is terrorism. Everywhere there is, unfortunate. That's the unfortunate part of the world today. So it should not stop you from going to any place, except of course somewhere where there's been prolonged war. There's been no prolonged war here. It's just some sporadic attempts are there. So I feel that, as a long run, this is a very robust kind of an economy, and it will bounce back. I'm quite confident of it that it will bounce back. The weather is lovely. It reminds me of our own hometown, Bangalore, in India, which is exactly the same weather here. So weather is very good. So I think I have no regrets of coming here. I think I'm happy and very optimistic about our business here in East Africa, and particularly in Kenya.
With a total of 28 hotels in India, Kenya, and Tanzania, are there plans to open more in East Africa or possibly in the continent?
What I would prefer to do is in East Africa. So we want to do something maybe in Kigali, in Kampala. So we like to look at East Africa first, before venturing into other parts of Africa, because we like to form a cluster wherever we go. So it's easier to manage, and then we can have a regional director based out of this place who can oversee the whole operation in East Africa. So we like to do that, but we are not opposed to going to other places where we can provide, of course, good management support from our country.
Your company is listed in the Mumbai Exchange. Are there any future plans of cross-listing in the Nairobi bourse?
Not right now, because we are going into only management contracts, so there is not that revenue or anything coming. It is a small revenue that you get out of the management contracts, and we are a listed company in India. So I think presently we will continue to be listed there only. Well, at later stage maybe, but I think it's too early to talk about that.
What are the other future plans for Royal Orchid?
See, right now on the plans is to expand in a large way in India. We are looking at a lot of expansion in India. There are a lot of places where we are not yet present, so we are going to do that. But here also, what we also want to do is to simultaneously look at a school of hotel management, because we run a school of hotel management in India, in Bangalore, where we want to provide short-term skills development courses, where we got some expertise in that, and we are doing thousands of students we are trained in India. So because what is happening today is there are a lot of unemployed youth. So we need to train them in a short term so that they don't have to spend too much time and money in getting the courses, so they can be employable. So we want to do that. So I think that's the next thing what we'll want to do with one of our partners here, to start a skills development center for the students or the youth of Kenya.